never the first in your story, just the one who hears the glory. You give me pieces once removed, but never love I could have proved. You turn your past to allegory, and I'm never the first in your story. You told me all your favorite songs, but they were hers, I played along. Each memory you shared with me was built on ghosts I couldn't see. You look at me with gentle eyes, but I can see through each disguise. The way you speak, the way you pause, still laced with someone else's cards. I'm never the first in your story, not the beginning and not your glory. I fill the space that time forgot, but never reach your deepest spot. If I had come before the fall, would you have ever loved at all? You live in pages worn and hoary, while I stay outside your story.
It was a smile meant for someone else, but still I wore it like it helped. I caught its warmth before it passed, pretending I could make it last. You a smile meant for someone else. You laughed like spring across the floor, but that bright smile was never for the heart that beat so loud in me. It danced for her, not meant to be. You turned away, the light withdrew, and still I glowed in love with you. someone else. Meant for someone else. Meant for someone else. Meant for someone else. When storms would rage and nights would fall, I'd run to you without a call. Not in your arms, but in my head. You were the place I went instead. My secret place was you. The thought I clung to getting through. You never knew you kept me safe. In dreams I never dared to chase. I found my calm, my point of view inside a place that was just you. You laughed with her and I looked on, still found your presence like a song. You never asked, and still I stayed. My refuge built in light and shade. Not every place has walls or doors. Some live in hearts we can't explore.
face lit up when you said her name, and every smile confirmed the same. You didn't notice how I bent each time your wonderment was spent. You spoke of her like magic, and I just nodded through the static, pretending it was just a tale, while hiding what I wouldn't unveil. You never saw the love I had, because her name made you that glad. Your words were songs I couldn't match, and every praise another scratch. I learned to blend into the shade while listening to love you made. If magic fades like stories do, would you ever look and see me too? But still you dream, and I hold tragic the way you spoke of her like You told me all your favorite songs, but they were hers. I played along. Each memory you shared with me was built on goals I couldn't see. I'm never the first in your story, just the one who hears the glory. You give me pieces once removed, but never love I could have proved. You turn your past to allegory, and I'm never the first in your story. You look at me with gentle eyes, but I can't see through each disguise. The way you speak, the way you pause, still laced with someone else's cause. They had come before the fall. Would you ever loved it all? You're living pages worn and hoary, while I stay outside your story. while I stay outside your story.
But I still dream of golden vows and chapel beams. You held my hand like we were more, then dropped it softly at the door. I'm still wearing the ring in my head, still hearing the words you never said. We built a world inside my mind, but left reality behind. You moved on, but I still the love that lived inside my head. Your name's engraved in make-believe, where I still wait and never leave. You touched my cheek like I was real, then vanished with the love you'd steal. You never asked, and still I stayed, a bride in vows you never made. And though you chose her arms instead, I'm still wearing that ring in my head. You laughed like spring across the floor, but that bright smile was never for the heart that beat so loud in me. It danced for her, not meant to be. It was a smile meant for someone else, but still I wore it like it helped. I caught its warmth before it passed, pretending I could make it last. for someone else. I felt for a smile meant for someone else. If you could see the way I shake when you walk near, the breath I fake. If you could hear my every thought, you'd know the war that love has brought. If you only knew. You talk to me like I'm a page, just paper pressed by quiet rage. But I've been if you only knew. One day maybe time will bend and let you read the love I send. But until then, I'll paint it blue, this love you'd hold if you
You gave me smiles, but not the truth. You showed me stars, then named them rules. I had your time, I had your touch, but never where it mattered much. You gave me half of a heart, just enough to fall apart. You held my hand, then disappeared and left the words I never heard. You called me art, but from the start you only gave half of a heart. Danced with me, but eyes askew, as if I wasn't made for you. You told me I was almost right, but never stayed through one full night. You can't build love in halfway. Unscarred to mend what's left of this half heart. You gave me half of a heart, just enough to fall apart. You held my hand, then disappeared and left the words I never heard. You called me art, but from the start you only gave half of a heart.
I watched you leave beneath the sky. My lips were still, I didn't cry. You took the road, your bags, your name, and never once looked back again. You never looked back, not one regret, not one small crack. I stood there full of things unsaid, while you chased dreams inside your head. And though I crumbled in your track, you never looked back. The door still creaks the way it did. The key you left, the life I hid. I wrote 1,000 words to send, but none of them could look back. You whispered something in the dark. I held my breath, it missed the mark. It wasn't me you called that night. Her name came soft in silver light. Her name on your lips tears me down in tiny slips. You spoke like she was still your breath, while I stood inches from your stare. You never noticed how it rips to hear her name on your lips. Her name on your lips. I said goodnight with trembling grace, but you still saw her in my place. You kissed the air like she was near, and I just smiled to hide the fear. Her name on your lips tears me down in tiny slips. You spoke like she was still your prayer, while I stood inches from your stare. If I could be the name you crave, I'd be the echo you replayed. But I remain in shadowed clips while you dream. Her name on your lips. Her name on your lips. Her name on your lips. Her name on your Her name on your lips.
You light the air where you arrive, and suddenly I come alive. I smile like I've rehearsed for years, then hide behind my quiet fears. I love you from across the room, in silence thick as floral bloom. You'll never see my trembling gaze, or hear the words I dare not raise. The world may feel like open bloom, but I just love you from this room. You talk to her and sip your drink, and I just not afraid to blink. I keep my distance calm and cool, a master of the silent rule. If I could close the space we share, would you still notice I was there? So I remain in full costume, still loving you across the room. I hear your laugh across the room. It cuts the air, it shakes my gloom. You'll never see the way I break, or feel the tremble that I fake. I'm still loving you in silence, behind the noise, beneath the quiet. You'll never hear my heart confess, or know you're in this hidden mess. I love you deep without defiance, still loving you in silence. You dance with her, I hold my breath. Each step you take just spells regret, but I just cheer and look away, pretending this is all okay. My love's a secret song I keep, that sings to you while I don't sleep. And though you'll never in silence.
You said goodbye so casually, while I replayed what we could be. My tongue was tied, my chest was tight, and I just smiled through fading light. What I meant to say was, don't you dare just walk away. Was I've loved you from the very start, but silence tore my voice apart. You heard, take care, I meant to stay. That's what I meant to say. You turned around with eyes unsure, but I stayed still and said no more. The air was thick with untold truth, but words were ghosts I couldn't use. I wrote 1,000 notes inside, but every one I still denied. Now when the memories replay, I scream what I meant to say. You sat so close, our shoulders brushed. The air went still, the world was hushed. I memorized your every line, but never claimed that you were mine. When you sat beside me, I held my breath so quietly. You never knew the war inside, the words I dared not let collide so near, but never free. When you sat beside me, you told me how she made you feel, while I just smiled and held you heal. My heart broke gently in its shell. A not dare to tell. I wish you'd seen that subtle lean, the way I cracked behind the screen. And though the moment now has fled, I feel your ghost beside me still. Instead, when you sat beside me, I held my breath so quietly. You never knew the war inside, the words I dared not let collide. So near, but never free. When you sat beside me.
You brush my hand, you laugh, you turn, while I sit still and let love burn. I gave it all, but never told. You walk right past this heart of gold. This is a heart you'll never hold. It beats for you in silence cold. You chase your dreams with someone new, while I remain just passing through. I gave you love, quiet and bold, but it's a heart you'll never hold. You speak of life with gleaming eyes, and I just nod beneath disguise. Each time you leave, I break again, but still I stay your quiet friend. You don't have to be unkind to leave a love like mine behind. So I'll keep still and not unfold this aching heart you'll never hold. You'll never hold. You're not beside me when I sleep, but in my thoughts you settle deep. Each smile you gave a hidden shrine. I'm holding you, but in my mind, holding you in my mind, where love's allowed to be unkind. You never asked, you never knew the place I kept reserved for you. You're far but still so intertwined. I'm holding you in my mind, in my mind. I walk through streets we've never shared, but still I feel like you are there. Each passerby becomes your face. In every silence there's your place. Some loves don't touch, they only stay in quiet hearts too scared to say. I'll keep you there until I find a way to stop holding you in my mind. Holding mine, in my mind. In my mind.
You spoke of stars, I saw her face reflected in your every grace. And though you smiled while looking near, your heart was dressed in yesteryear. For love you left in someone's bloom. I wish I was enough to blind the love you still keep in your mind. You say you've healed, but love
took our picture at the park. You held her close, I stood apart. I smiled because that's what friends do, and hid the truth no one else knew.
Just a friend in the frame. No title, no claim. You kissed her cheek, I looked away, pretending I was proud that day. You'll never know how much it pained to be just a friend in the frame.
I hung that photo on my wall to feel like I had you at all. While you built love in someone's eyes, I captured mine in thin disguise. If hearts could photobomb the truth, you'd see my love beside you too. But I remain with silent shame, just a friend in the frame. Just a friend in the frame. No title, no claim. You kissed her cheek, I looked away, pretending I was proud that day. You'll never know how much it pained to be just a friend in the frame.
You sat too close but never stayed. We danced on edges we both made. Your hand brushed mine in borrowed light, but never held it through the night. You were always almost mine, a near escape from love's design. We lingered on the in-between of never was and might have been. And though the stars refused to shine, you were always almost mine. You'd say my name like no one could, then talk about her understood. I played the part, I wore the grin, and loved you quietly within. Almost love if we meet beyond this time? Will you be more than almost mine?
It slipped my lips behind the night, so close, so soft, but held too tight. I bit the truth before it flew, almost said your name to you. Almost said your name, but fear and time it never came. You smiled and turned and walked away, and I let silence steal the day. I still recall that moment's flame when I almost said your name. You laughed and I forgot to breathe. My hands were shaking underneath. I looked for signs you'd feel the same, but all I had was almost name. Almost said your name, but fear and time it never came. You smiled and turned and walked away, and I let silence steal the day. I still recall that moment's flame when I almost said your name. What if I had let it fall? Would you have caught it or not at all? Now every sunset looks the same as the one I almost said your name. Almost said your name, but fear and time it never came. You smiled and turned and walked away, and I let silence steal the day. I still recall that moment's flame when I almost said your name.
You glance away like light through rain, a gaze so soft it speaks her name. And though I stand a breath away, I disappear a bit each day. It's the way you look at her, like nothing else could ever stir, like love lives only in her skin, and I'm a whisper in the wind. You never see how deep I hurt. It's in the way you look at her. I'd trade a lifetime just us to be. The smile you give so easily, but you keep giving her your sky, while I just watch and wonder why. It's the way you look at her, like nothing else could ever stir, like love lives only in her skin, and I'm a whisper in the wind. You never see how deep I hurt. It's in the way you look at her. Baby, I was never seen, just someone there caught in between. So I just fade without a word, haunted by the way you look at her. The way you look at her. The way you look at her. You're sitting there, so unaware that every word I speak is prayer. You laugh with someone else in mind, while I play fine on every line.
If I could tell you now how long I've loved in silent vow, how many nights I dreamt of us in stolen glances built from trust, would it be too late somehow? If only I could tell you now.
We're close, but never quite enough. I swallow truth when days get tough. You look for love in every place, except the one just past your face.
And if you leave, you'll never see the love that begged to just break free. I love you still, no need to bow, but oh, You gave me time, you gave me words. You gave me moments undisturbed. You gave me smiles, a favorite song, but never let me love too long. You gave me everything but your heart, a story with a missing start, a couch to cry, a laugh to fade, but never love you'd let me take. I held your hand in every part, except the place that held your heart. We danced beneath your friendly skies, while I erased my own goodbyes. You touched my soul but drew the line before you let your heart be mine. You gave me everything but your heart, a story with a missing start, a couch to cry, a laugh to fade, but never love you let me take. I would have stayed if you had asked, but you gave love a day